Don't let them take no more of our freedoms from us every day. They want to come into our homes and take our guns and faith away. Oh, they're insane. Oh, they keep pushing their lies on us every way. If you come for my family, then there's gonna be hell to pay. These colors don't run, and neither do I. We come from a long line of fighting this fight. This flag's gonna fly when it's all said and done. These colors don't run. No, these colors don't run. These colors don't run.
Ticking time bomb, stop, drop, roll. Finger on the button, who's got control? Weaponize the news every time I scroll. Come from my guns, but I lock and load. Prime from my hands when I go cold. Pray to the Lord, but they want your soul. They gonna have problems if they come to my home. Till they get my message, I'ma say it slow. Scrolling through the news, anxiety, it starts to hit me. Bible by my pistol. Pistol by my whiskey, politicking just to trick me. If you want it, come and get me. But if you sliding through that door, it's a Sammy. Fight for the stripes, but the blood still dripping. To the grave, all waving and the flag still whipping. They want my liberty, they won't strip it. They want my land, they won't get it. My grandfather's blue collar's dirty and frayed, cause he keeps rolling in his grave for what they did to this place.
These colors don't run, and neither do I. We come from a long line of fighting this fight. This flag's gonna fly when it's all said and done. These colors don't run. No, these colors don't run. These colors don't run.
Hey everyone. Hey Darlene, Tracy, Chris, Carrie, good to see y'all. Hope you are having a wonderful, great, pleasant day today. Welcome to Tina's neighborhood. um, what to talk about? Let me see. Let me see right here. Oh, I don't know if I showed y'all this. I remember I shared it with someone. I can't remember. But I'm going to go ahead and admit to thievery. Hey Gator Girl, good to see you. Because hopefully tomorrow, which I've already let me see. How do I need to word this? See, me and my dad, we joke around, and if he gets something that I want, I always tell him I'm going to steal it. Well, this year he got this rose bush started growing at his house, and I told him the other day, and I told him today because he seen me while I was running. He stopped me, so it was a short run because he interrupted it. But I told him, I said, Dad, I said, them roses are pretty. I said, I'm gonna steal them. I said, I'm just gonna go ahead and give you a heads up. They're gonna be gone. And he said, you said that the other day. I said, yeah. I said, I know I said it. I said, but things come up. I said, but while I was running, I seen it, and it reminded me that Danny's gonna get out there with a shovel, and we're going to be doing some rose thievery. But I got a question for y'all, the one that works in flowers and all that, because I'm not no green thumb. I'll plant them and water them and pray that they live, which 80% of my flowers never do. They die. It's just it's just me. My mom was like that. Now Sky, if I dig the hole and let Sky plant them, they grow. I don't understand, but it's just me. Um, when we dig them up, um, is there anything special I need to do to kind of help them live? Because I'm gonna feel bad if I dig them up because they're so pretty and I move them to my flower bed and they die. Is there anything special I can do to keep them alive? I know Miracle Grow, which I can use that. I can go get some of that. But is there anything special that I need? So the fertilizer for roses, Gator Girl. I didn't know they had different fertilizer. I thought it was all the same. I guess I just don't know because usually I just dig a hole and throw and throw the dirt on top of it. Like I say, I'm not professional here. Oh, okay. You use it, Darlene? Well, I always like I call them poinsettias. I know they're not. I'll take a picture of them for y'all. But I call them poinsettias, and everybody laughs at me. They said they're not. That's not what they're called. I said, well, to me, that's what they are. They're my poinsettias. So I don't know. Okay, I'll when tomorrow whenever I go to town, I'll look before I start extracting and starting my thievery. I'll go and make sure I can find the rose fertilizer because I don't want them to die because they're so pretty. I mean, when I run, I still can look at them there, but I want them. And I'm having one of them toddler fits. I want them in my garden, in my flower bed. They're so beautiful, but I don't want to kill them either. Like I got some tulips one time. Planted them suckers. Them suckers didn't even live. live overnight. When I got up the next morning to go check on them, they was all bent over and they was done for. You got some roses, Darlene? Aw, I want some. My uncle's got like sort of like a fan looking thing, and he has his roses running up it, and it's so beautiful. I'm like, oh, I'm jealous. I want it, but I know I couldn't do nothing like that. I mean, me and my mom, we love working out in the yard and flowers and everything, but we just don't have that green thumb. When we plant things, it don't work out good. So last year when I done a few flowers underneath the apple tree, I used Sky. I let her put them in the dirt, and they grew. It worked. So maybe if I let Sky or Danny put the roses in the ground, maybe it will work. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I always do. But thank you. I didn't really know that there was a fertilizer for roses, special kind. I just thought you just use dirt. Fertilizer was for the fancy people. You just dig a hole, put it in there, and cover it up. That's what I thought. I learned something new. And then this morning, I thought I was going to make breakfast, biscuit and gravy, and I made some eggs, and you know, I was trying to be good, and I've really never made really homemade biscuits. My mom used to, but I watched her and I helped her. But me making them, I've never, I mean, I buy the Grand's homemade style biscuits out of, out of the refrigerators in the can that you pop. So this morning I had the idea, well, I'll just make them like Mom did and surprise Sky. She'll be surprised. Boy, was she. These was my biscuits. Y'all don't laugh. I know y'all are, because I was like, really? These was my biscuits from this morning. They look like they look like baseballs. But they was pretty good. They wouldn't like I remember my mom making. But I guess I should have flattened them out instead of making them in balls. So it was my bad. Yeah, they tasted pretty good. I do got to say they wasn't hard either. Like one time when I was little, my mom would tell me watch the oven when she had the biscuits in there, and I would always overcook them. And one time, she'd went to work, and I was supposed to take the biscuits out for our breakfast before school, and you could throw them. They was like bricks where I had left them in too long. But it all worked out. I told Sky, I said, it's not what it looks like. I said, it's how it tastes. I said, if it tastes okay, then I'll take it as a win. But she was laughing. She went there and told Danny, Danny, come here, look. Look what Mama done. Look what Mama done. She 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 laughed a little bit, so it was worth it to make her laugh just a little bit. And then I found this talking about hidden talents. I keep mine hid. I thought that was kind of cute. And then I think I showed you, I let y'all know that Nono was back home. The doctor let her come back. I think I already showed y'all that. But she's home. She's good. She's back to slapping me by up beside the head. So she's good. But I think I already showed y'all that. I'm sorry, I can't remember what I've showed y'all if I'm repeating. And before we do the national anthem, she's probably watching. Um, Sherry. Sherry sent me a clip a couple of days ago. I'm sorry I haven't showed it because, just because y'all know. But she sent me this clip. It's a good one, and it's an update on J6, and it's gonna make y'all happy because it did me. Just because we don't see things happening, things are happening behind the scenes that we don't know, and they're starting to come to light. We just got to keep holding faith and hanging on and keep fighting and keep speaking the truth. Right here's the clip that she showed me, or she sent me to show everyone.
I do have some amazing news that we just got that you're all going to want. And it has to do with January 6th. Who wants to hear some good news?
We're all ready for that.
It's been a long time coming. We're here. We were so blessed last year to have Mickey Whithoff join us, Ashley Babbitt's mom, last year. Everybody was so excited. A lot of people had not met her, same as this year, several people. First time. I like to say Mickey's sweet. She laughs at me. Delightful may be a better word. But I tell you, nobody's been through what she's been through in the situation that she's survived. And I don't know if you're all familiar, but Ashley Babbitt was a hero. I have proof. When she was taken in January of 2021, she was refused honors, her military honors. She was remembered as a traitor. All the Air Force service, just being a good person, gone, taken, stolen. Mickey's here again this time with us, and we're so glad because she brought good news. Ashley got her honors back. We are so glad, Mickey, and we're here with you. It's not over. There is so much more to come, but justice is well on its way. Amen.
Never give up.
Never surrender. Fight, fight, fight. Heave ho, I like to say from J6, because that really makes them mad. They think about the tunnel. And so do we. So, thank you, Mickey, for sharing that with me, because you know it. It's very special.
So Sherry shared it with me and wanted me to share it with y'all. And I thought it was great news that she finally got her honors back that they took away from her. It was so wrong what they done, but things are starting to be corrected a little bit. I know nothing will bring Ashley back, we know that, but at least her honor was reinstated. And it shouldn't have been took away from her to begin with. It was wrong. And we all know it was wrong on all levels. But I thought I would show that before we sung the national anthem with our heroes. Yeah, it is great news, Tracy and Darlene. But like I said, we don't know exactly what's being done behind the scenes. But that made me feel good knowing that she was still in their mind and there's still a lot of justice needs to be done on that part. A lot of questions that needs to be answered. Priscilla, you just missed it. Oh, can you rewind just a second or two back? I know you've been keeping up with J6. I'll let you watch it, but I can go ahead and tell you Ashley Babbitt got her honor back, her medals back from where the government took them from her. But you can watch the replay. It was being announced. Sherry sent it to me to play for y'all. And speaking of her, here she comes. Hey Sherry, love ya. Oh, you don't need to thank me, Sherry. Thank you for sharing it with me and our family. Can't wait to hear more good news, good things. because after the national anthem, we're gonna talk about some news. Woohoo! Y'all better be ready. I'm fired up on a couple of things, so y'all better be ready for it. Get y'all's opinions out and let's rock and roll on this one. I know there's a lot more news, but these couple sorta got me. Sherry, I love you. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for all you do. Who told you that, Chris? I want a name, an address, and a phone number because these news clips will be throwing some popcorn around. Hey, Carrie, good to see you, my friend. Welcome back. Ah, your mom, Tracy. Tracy, why? I thought popcorn was good for you. 2 minutes, pass it back. Yep, Sherry's a rock star. She her and Kim helps me out more than y'all know behind the scenes. Especially Sherry. She does these little surprises for us all. She keeps me on my toes. She's a sneaky little booger. 1 minute, pass it back. And Darlene, if anybody's late, you take their name down for me. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Well, I think I was ahead of y'all again. That stinks. I wish YouTube and StreamYard would work together. Thank y'all very much. Great job. Y'all sung it loud and proud. Hey, Bit Back, good to see ya. Love you. Okay, now for our headline news. Let me see, which one do I want to get all flustered with first? I think I'll go with the one that isn't. Good question, Sherry. I have no idea. I guess they need to find them a good pair of eagle jeans to make them they need something. Yep, that there. Well, they hmm, let me see. I'm just gonna go in for the big one. I'll do the little one in a second after I get my blood pressure up here. Okay, this happened this morning. I know y'all heard about it. It's been everywhere. But the news isn't really telling the facts the way all the facts. I found one clip, news clip, one itsy bitsy clip about the Catholic school shooting. I'll say it, YouTube, I don't care. About the Catholic school shooting today. And they done good. I gotta give them credit. They got most of the reporting right from what I seen and watched on other platforms. They did pretty good, except they left out it was a transgender. Oh. They're still trying to cover up crap. But here's the news clip. But mind you, another transgender done another school shooting, and they won't report the whole truth. They know it was a transgender. They even got videos of them preparing for it. Him, I'm gonna call him him because he is a he. I don't care who gets mad, he's a he. There's only two genders, a female and a male. So he done the video preparing for it. But right here's the news clip that I'm talking about where they sort of leave out that he's a transgender.
There, Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara giving a heartbreaking press conference after a mass shooting this morning at Annunciation Roman Catholic Church. Here's what we know. Now, according to Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey, children have been killed. 2 young children aged 8 and 10 were killed as they sat in the pews of the church. Other children were injured, 2 of them in critical condition. According to law enforcement, in total, 17 injured. The shooter, armed with a rifle, a shotgun, and a pistol, targeted children through the church windows. There were dozens of children inside the church. The shooter also carried what police describe as some sort of smoke bomb. The shooter, law enforcement believes, took his own life after firing dozens of rounds. Hello, everyone. This is Outnumbered. I'm Emily Campagno, and also joining us today, Sandra Smith, co-anchor of America Reports, Rachel Campos Duffy, Fox and Friends Weekend and Fox Noticias anchor host, Lisa Booth, Fox News political analyst, and Trey Gowdy, host of Sunday Night in America. Trey, I want to go through some of the details that we just learned from this press conference. As I mentioned, heartbreaking from the police chief there as he describes what they believe as a sole shooter, now deceased in his early 20s, who in the morning at 8:30 a.m. arrived to Annunciation Roman Catholic Church, approached on the outside side of the building and began firing, they believe, all 3 weapons of a rifle, a pistol, and a shotgun. The police chief saying the sheer cruelty and cowardice of firing into a church with children is incomprehensible. With law enforcement immediately responding, we now know that 2 children lost their lives, with 14 injured and 3 other adults injured, 2 of them critical. We know that law enforcement responded immediately. It is unsure yet whether the shooter indeed fired rounds inside the church. They have yet to find casings inside. There's a lot of questions unanswered at this point. Trey, with your vast experience as a federal prosecutor and serving in Congress, what are your thoughts today as we witness this tragedy unfold?
It is the softest of all targets. I mean, it literally rolls out the welcome mat for troubled people. It is the place for troubled people to go. So it is the softest of all targets and the most innocent of all victims, children. And so there are no words for the parents whose children were killed today or injured. And make no mistake, even those that survived will be impacted for the remainder of their lives. And this is more church or school shootings than the 5 of us can count. And so we do have to have a conversation about protecting soft targets, especially schools and churches where literally the whole purpose of the church is to welcome people who are down and out, who are depressed, who feel ostracized. That is the purpose of church. Having said that, there are no words. The only thing that can give us any modicum of peace at all is those 2 children are with the person who loved them the very most, the person who created them, that being Jesus. That is the only thing that can possibly give parents in the future any modicum of peace, that those children are literally with the person who loved them the very most. Aside from that, I'm glad the shooter is dead. I wish he had taken his life before he took the lives of innocent children.
And more on this heartbreaking tragedy.
I'm not, and there's another fact that they twisted. The police was on other calls of shootings, and they was short on resources. So they wasn't there quickly as they want to say. So there's another fact I call the news out on. And then I'm going to say this, and I'll repent because I know God will forgive me. But I really hope he burns in hell for what he done. They better leave our children alone. Period. End of sentence. Where enough's enough. They go for our children, the weakest, and they need to stop. It's ridiculous. I'm sick and tired of them going after our children, and
Amen.
especially at church. And I know I'm gonna get jumped onto for saying that, but in my eyes, that's where they can go when they hurt our children. Like all these child molesters and things, they can burn too, for all I care.
He had he had an awakening when he took himself out. Believe you me.
Yep, yep. He's where he needs to be. He's
So,
burning and screaming right now.
did you see my
Enough. I
remote?
mean,
His mother
hmm?
worked for the. His mother worked in the church, high up, one of the officials in the church.
I hadn't. I, I didn't see that, but I haven't heard it. I know they was
Keeping it
keeping
close.
how he was affiliated with it, sort of
We we
secretly.
we've lost our direction. We took the Bible, we took prayer out of the schools.
Yep, we took God out. It
We
started when I was in high school when they took the Bible out and we couldn't say the Pledge of Allegiance. We had to go and have prayer around the flagpole. That was what
we
I done my senior year.
we respect a multicolored flag instead of our U.S. flag. Respect it more. These companies and everything need to stay out of politics. Just actors, actresses, businesses, stay out of politics. It's getting crazy. I mean, there's no patriotism anymore. You know, it's a thing of the past. You know, the pictures of Norman Rockefeller, you know, with kids in the classroom saying their pledge. You know, I pledge allegiance. You pledge allegiance to what? United States of America. Nothing else.
Yep.
And to the republic, they don't know what republic is. They think they think it's to the democracy. They read into it. You know, it's not a democracy. It's a republic. We hire people to represent us. They don't represent us anymore. They do whatever the heck they want. We need to get we need to get where we can tell our representatives we need to start we need to start some kind of group that monitors our representatives and tell them what the people want, you know, and make sure and stay on them what the people want in their district. You know, whether it's Democratic or it's Republican, either one, you know, it doesn't matter. They need they
Yep.
need to get it back in their heads that we are the people. That
That's right. Sherry said something good. We need to employ veterans and retired law officers as resource officers back in our school, and that's a crying shame right there to even think that's a good idea. Back when I was growing up, shoot, we'd run all over that school. We
they,
didn't have a
they
care in the world, and now you have to have people walking around watching and locked doors and passcodes
yeah,
you have to push to enter in, and then you have to buzz yourself
burn
in. Like
yourself
when I went
in.
to go pick Danny up, I had to buzz myself in, and they took like a picture of my face and
Yeah,
had to do a retina scan just to get my nephew out of school. I was like, really? Come on.
yeah, crazy.
Well, what we need is common. We need some common sense. We need to get some. mental help to all these
Me-
crazies. And
yeah,
then they claim it's in this really gets underneath my skin. And
oh,
then they claim, let's ban the guns. The guns is in it. And yes,
the
YouTube, I
guns did it.
said it. Ban
I,
them, ban them, ban them. It's not them. It's the people using them.
I have never
They're
seen a
the
fire.
problem.
I have never seen a firearm shoot anybody. Never ever.
No, what they're trying to do is unarm us who will defend ourselves and take care of our family if need be. They're trying to unarm us because you know the criminals gonna find them no matter what on the black market or in the streets or they're gonna get their hands on them, and they're
Yeah.
just trying to take them away from us is what they're trying to do.
Well, the worst city in the country has the toughest gun laws. There shouldn't be a gun in Chicago. If it was if the laws would work, there would be no guns in Chicago. And I saw an interview with that stupid mayor there asking if, unfortunately, it was MSNBC, but asking what would 5,000 new police officers help? Oh, we need affordable housing, but give them affordable housing in jail. You know,
Right.
that's all this guy can come
And,
up with. Affordable housing would solve his problems. No, I
and
don't think so.
like Sherry said, if the police was there on immediately, like they said, how could he fire three of them off at different tops off and get so many rounds off if they was there on time? Look what happened in Texas. They swarmed that school. It didn't take them but maybe a minute tops to get there.
Yeah, we need.
But and these fools say they was there on time when all the reports show that they was on another call across town, so they had to come. It is ridiculous. I tell you, it just got me. Thank God, Sky's homeschooled. I ain't got to work. I mean, I worry for other parents and other children, and it just irks me when the children gets hurt. But I thank God that was the smartest decision I've ever made in my life to get her out of that system.
Hmm.
And then I
No, we
got
can't.
this. Well, what do y'all think about this little clip about the same subject, but this person was talking in D.C. about it.
I am absolutely stunned, shocked, mortified, and frankly angry about what has happened at the Catholic school in Minneapolis, Minnesota today. Again, a Catholic school targeted. School children gunned down. Violence in a blue city where apparently overnight there was another shooting involving 7 people, another murder after that. The police so thinly stretched they couldn't react properly to the school shooting. Maybe it's time for the National Guard in Minneapolis. Maybe it's time for the National Guard to come into every violence, crime-ridden city run by Democrats in America. Maybe it's time to stop waiting, folks. Crime. It's eating up our cities. Minneapolis, Chicago, Baltimore, D.C. I'm in D.C. It's better here today than it's been in a very long time. You can make all the comments you want. Donald Trump's a dictator. He's a tyrant. He's right. For the love of God, he's right. Time for the National Guard in Minneapolis. Stop the violence in America's streets. Stop letting the blood run in these blue cities. Stop now. Wake up, America. Wake up.
You're right, Dave. I saw that, and I thought I couldn't afford one of them. That doesn't he had there. That's sickening just to see that, and then use a cross with Jesus' picture on it to shoot at. Just it. Oh, the guy's Satan personified.
That's why I say it's mental. It's possession. It's mental.
He was,
It's something ain't right in their head, in
and
their brain.
he was probably bought and paid for. That's what everything points to him. All that they'll come up with some story, but there's money there somewhere. Something brought him to that point. He was yeah, more
Yeah,
to it.
I seen a little video of the shooter was showing off his ammunition and his guns and was rubbing it and talking to it and say it's about time and I need to put this on. Maybe I can they won't come at me so fast when it looked like he had all the time he needed by the time the police got there in my eyes.
Mhm. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that he did himself in.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
That's what they said. That's what they're saying anyway. Good,
And they said one witness said that just so happened they had blocked some of the entrances off, and that was a miracle because where he was shooting from, he tried to get in there, but it was blocked off and he couldn't get in, so he had, or they would have been a lot more. He was just shooting through the windows, the stained glass windows, and was shooting at what he could hit.
I hate to say it, but they're trying to scare us into submission again. You
Yeah,
know, same old thing: guns, 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 guns. It's not guns. They're pushing these people. They know who to push and who to push buttons on. Believe you? I
yeah,
mean, they've got these. They probably who knows. They'll cremate the body, but they need to check it for implants. Stuff like that. These people do crime like that. They need to go over with a fine tooth comb and have an autopsy report and everything. What's in that person's
it's
body.
like they send out a signal or a code word to them, and they know what to do.
Uh huh. Yeah. It's.
And then they call us a cult. It sounds like they're the ones who's in a cult. They get they get a word, and there they go.
Well, it's just like who's for this stuff. Who's who? Yeah. It's really evil, the stuff that they come up with. And it's probably going to get worse. I
I
pray
was
every.
going to I was going to take a screenshot of one of the drawings that was supposedly it was from his manifesto or manifesto, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
But it was so evil. I was like, nope, that's not going to be on my phone. I'm not going. Nope,
Oh,
not going to take it. Ain't going to save it. Ain't no.
yeah. We need to keep stuff like that.
But he was he drew a picture of him and he was standing at like it would be like the pearly gates, but it was like at the gates of hell, and Satan was standing there waiting on them,
Yeah, he is.
and he was proud of it. I think that sometimes this is just my opinion. I think all these medications they give these transgenders to switch over. is affecting their mind worse and making them.
Yeah, they use them
Because
as property.
I seen one video where they were showing the school shootings, and who committed them, and how about every one of them was a transgender, and it just makes you think that there's the
You hear the
common
noise?
thing right there. Yeah,
Is it my fan?
it just makes you think.
Usually don't hear it. Huh. See if I can turn it away. Yeah. I'll knock it on the floor. Did it help any? I said hello, but he didn't hit your back. I don't know.
Yeah, sure, he knew where he was heading, and he was ready. Well, like I said, I'm glad he's burning in hell where he deserves.
He must have really hated his parents, and there's something wrong there. You know, she's high up in the church, that church in particular, and to target it, and you wouldn't think they would buy him that many weapons themselves. Something wrong all the way around with the whole story.
He
And it'll
probably
be,
got gifted them. They probably was gifted to him. Wouldn't
yeah,
surprise me a bit. His parents probably didn't buy him. They was probably give to him.
and that's supposed to be illegal.
Yep.
You have to go through background checks on that too.
Well, Carrie, the left don't do nothing legal. They do it always backhanded and under the table and sneaky.
Yeah, Jerry, we know that he bought and paid for them. That's the problem. 20-year-old, that much money. That is that. I mean, one and the magazine that what the am to go with it is beyond my means. Let alone the whole table full he had. It's ridiculous. Yeah,
Said they even had a smoke bomb. I
yeah,
bet you if he got into that church, he was going to throw it, and then he was just going to start
yeah. Of course, they're
going
going
at
to say
it.
he got them legally. Well, he was under the radar. He had very little, according to what they said so far. He had very little in his background as far as trouble or anything. So he's a perfect pawn.
That's true, probably bonds a buttload of money right there.
You know, every one of these, they all got them. Every one of these shootings, they've got them legally. Every stinking one of them. That's so they can change the law.
That
Yeah,
helps. Yeah, that helps their agenda, where they say, "Hey, they got them legally, so
yeah.
let's start this. Let's ban them now because they
Just
went through
badly.
the right channels to get them." That's where they're getting
That's where they're
that
heading. Yeah.
part from. Yep. So of
Hmm.
course they gonna be legal.
And they're stomping at the Second Amendment big time. I mean, because they're afraid that
Yeah, we do. Sure.
they're afraid we're going to exercise that right.
Well, I'm not scared to if I need to.
I don't.
Because
I'm not.
the way I see it is, you're gonna take me before you get anybody I love. I'm gonna take you before you take them. So I would do it.
Yeah, my age too. I'm like, how did things change so much in my lifetime? And I haven't sat back quiet, but I haven't been as boisterous as I should have. You know, I've been warning people for years, and nobody listens. We just get conditioned to a certain way of life, and it's like they take one thing and things start happening, they smooth it over with something else, or they bring something else up, and it's always changing. Keep us off our keep us off guard, but we got to keep the main focus. Get rid of
Yep,
this
they
evil.
want us. They want us to accept this as normal. Nope, not happening.
We have to get our faith back. We have to
Yep,
get our faith in God back, and we're
we need to
losing.
get God back in our country where He belongs. They pushed Him out and shunned Him enough, and we've got to get them back in our schools, back in every part of our life.
Hmm. And the devil is powerful, and I don't. I just can't. You point out the difference between Democrat and Republicans, and it's so mind-boggling. You wonder how anybody could be a Democrat and how they could believe what they're spewing to them. Like they're going to lock all the gays up. They're going to lock all the transsexuals up. They're going to do this, do that. We're going to, make life hard for them, put people back into slavery. And people are buying a hook, line, and sinker.
I know the Democrats was the one who was for slavery. Why don't they do their history? I at least know that. Me, Tina, I know that they was the beginning of slavery.
Yeah, it's. I mean, all through history, they've been on the wrong side of the equation all the way through their history, and people just go, "Well, we're the people's choice," and you wonder where, they do away with. You can't use common sense because there is no common sense anymore. Uh,
That's right, Big Bite. Big Bite says it's easier to go along with people than to think for yourself.
yeah, it's just pure. I can't say it enough. It's just pure demonic. Pure demonic. What's going on?
Well,
Yep.
people think Satan's powerful, but you know what? I know somebody that wins, that has the power, has the keys to death, hell, and the grave. I know somebody. So he ain't all that powerful. He's just running amok right now. He's just trying to get as many people as he can to follow him. But you know what? In the end, God wins.
That's right. That's right. And They can poo-poo the Bible all they want, but all the predictions, everything's coming to pass. One by one, just and they use it in their planning. The devil uses it big time. He knows too, but he thinks he can win, but he can't.
He's on the losing side. That's why he got kicked out of heaven.
But we've got to start. We've got to start doing everything we can to turn the tide. You know, uh, tell everybody, talk to everybody, get them involved. Not be afraid of what they're going to do to us. They they did a number on us. We got to come back from that number somehow, some way. I don't know how. You know, we've got to stand up, make ourselves count. And I say, started locally, started with each representative, everybody from City Hall up, all the way to the White House. We're concentrating too much on the big guys. We're reaching for the tree branches, but
It
really we're
starts
the ones that need to
local.
start local. We got a criminal in
Local,
office.
local.
Get them out. Give them grief, whatever. If they're doing something we don't appreciate, it's something that weren't elected for. Get them out of there. It's like we talked about the water the other night, and they need experts in there, and we vote people in for their positions. That people that are running wastewater don't even know what they're doing, except for
Yeah,
their
I've got to get
technician.
back. I've got to get back on that. I got distracted, but I got to get back on that.
Yeah, and that's the new disease that's going around with the. I've been checking, here and there, and that's the most common illness from the water right now.
Okay,
That's
Sherry. Good night. Love you. Thank you for stopping by.
Not Sherry. I've been, yeah, since that happened this morning, I've been so PO'd.
Yeah, I have too, and it's made me like sick to my stomach, like nauseated, ugh.
Yeah,
Like,
I
just
made,
leave our children alone. They're helpless. They can't defend themselves. Just leave them.
I made me a clove tea.
Like they said that they they knew what they was doing because they done the double soft target first with children and then it being a church. So they was double. They won't come for us. No, they'll
What?
go for the ones who can't defend themselves.
And why don't these mayors and governors and why don't they clean up their state? Why don't they take notice of what people are saying? You know, people are screaming bloody murder, and they're still just, well, we need housing assistance. No, you need peace in your
TDS
street.
and Satan all wrapped into one.
They all should be sitting in their council rooms thinking of what they can do to better their city and state instead of trying to, blame everything on President Trump. Take account for what you're doing. Maybe somebody else is right.
Yeah, that's right, Party Bombs. They want federal funding and housing funding to house the murderers and robbers and rapists and all that. Yeah, they want free housing for them.
Yeah,
It's not like they're gonna use that housing for veterans or regular people who's down on their luck. They're not gonna help them. No, they want the criminals. That's why they want that free housing for the criminals and the illegals.
they
They
don't
want all that free housing for that.
they don't want mandatory bond. They don't want them to stay in jail for forever. The reasons they give is crazy. I mean,
Yeah, they got their bloomers all in the wad over the Trump signing that note, stopping that no cash bail
no cash
thing.
bail. Yeah.
Yeah, they got their bloomers all up in the wad over that one.
Oh man, that's like, oh, he took a shot at their holy grail. That's what they live by. Let our criminals go. They
Yep,
didn't
I
mean
was
it.
smart.
They're just down on their luck, and or they had a crazy childhood, or whatever they come up with. It,
But see,
it,
though, the funny thing is, you let one of us do something wrong.
oh yeah, they find out you're conservative, but that's the thing. It rarely happens. Every now and then we
We
come.
know it
we
happens.
come up-
Look what happened to J6.
Yeah,
Look what happened to I mean, shit.
yeah. They come out at us at a different direction.
Yeah, but it's all right. We're
Yeah,
a cult. We're this. We're
we're
that. We're
we want to stop.
racist. We're
We
this.
want to stop everything.
We're the bad ones for what we think and believe in.
I mean, they have every right that they could need, really, just about. I mean, there's some of it they don't have rights to, but it'll come if they quit trying to push it on everybody. They're trying to make everybody the same way. And let me tell you, every civilization that has went that path has failed. I mean, huge civilizations, Greece, Rome, France, they've all fallen under that heading, and many little ones here, along the way. It's
Yep.
all it all goes back to that lifestyle. Every time that lifestyle is right at the end of their civilization, as they knew it.
Solomon and Gomorrah.
And I was thinking the other day, about Nero. I saw something about Nero, and the Rome burning. Rome's on 7 hills. I think that was by God's hand, ending the Roman Empire, because 7 hills just don't all start burning at one time. I think there was a fire from the sky.
I don't know. I'm not educated enough. I just get what I can information I see
I,
or
I was
get
always a
sent to me.
I was always a history buff, and I like history, and it all ties in, though. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the bad part. You know, some of the stuff has been planned for centuries. They just haven't been able to pull it off, but they're close. They're close. If we let it, It's going to run right over us.
Wonder if California was a test run.
If
All
California
them
what?
fires they had. I said, wonder if California was a test run with all them fires they had.
Probably, probably. They're testing. Darn tootin', they're testing. They're yeah, guilty as all get out.
It's about like with all these
And why can't we prove it?
vaccines and everything. Like with all these vaccines and with our weather and everything, they're testing. They're in our food. They're messing and gomming, and they need to stop. I blame Gates. I think he's the one that needs to go to jail.
Yeah,
He needs
he's he's
a
scrambling. He's scrambling,
little
covered his
snake.
trying to cover his butt.
He's a rat. He's a snake and a rat and everything mixed
Yep,
together.
it's a doggone shame they got. That's the that that's one of the biggest problems. All these billionaire WEF, you know.
Yep.
Back in the day, it used to be movies, of the cartel, the big all the banks and the higher up elites get together and rule the world. Don't matter what the
Mhm.
government says, they can rule the world. Well, they're proving it. They're
Yep.
proving
The
it.
new world order.
We're like the government's like peons to them now. I mean, they're in the trillions of dollars, just like the government, but they're not bleeding it away like we are. That's
That's
what we
why
need
they
to.
opened up. That's why the left opened up our borders and everything, and got all these different countries in here. They want us one world. They want us all connected together.
Yeah,
Is
they
what
want
they
it to.
want.
Yeah, we'll all be third world. It won't be one big power except for them. And they'll run it in Switzerland, wherever they are. Wherever their
Yep.
hideout is. I know Soros don't go anywhere. He stays hidden away. And his son's running. I guess his son's running most of the show now.
Yeah,
But
I remember when I was young, my preacher used to preach about the New World Order,
uh huh.
and
And you
I
wonder
can
that?
see certain things. I can see it.
Yeah. We look back and said, man, why didn't we listen? It's just like
That's
in
for
time
sure.
in time of patriotism when I was a young lad in the 50s, we had a communist defector come to the church. I guess he was pretty high in the KGB at one time, and told us in the church that communists would take over. They would take over the United States within 50 years. Have communists everywhere, and that was back during the are you a communist trial and all that stuff. Uh, and sure enough, he said they were started in their schools, started with our children. Everybody say, no, no, we're too patriotic for that. That can't happen. We'll see it coming.
It's not
And
happening in my house.
they took the
That's for
Bible,
sure.
they put their plan in order. They took the Bible, they took religion, they took everything from us. And lo and behold, who's at the doorstep? Everybody wants to be a communist. Why? It's failed every time it's come up. But they think, that rich company should pay their portion of taxes. Well, companies don't really pay taxes. They don't pay income taxes. The income taxes that we get robbed of is a private business all of its own. They should be taxed.
Just wait. If that guy gets in New York, there, it's gonna be bad. All the businesses will be gone. And then where are they going to get their money from? Because
That's right. The
businesses is
businesses
what
run.
pays the taxes.
That's right. And the company, the individuals pay taxes. They have corporate taxes, but that should be low so they get the product out at a cheap price. Otherwise, we'd be paying. Yeah, we're already going to be paying $20 for a burger. But it's people can't see in front of their nose. They think more money. That sounds good. Yeah, I'm for it.
Government run supermarkets. Yeah. Woo wee. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Lower the
right.
prices.
Hmm.
Government control.
We'll
Control the
see.
price. Yeah, right.
We'll see. We'll see how you work out, New York. You just keep that right up there.
Yeah, I know that, Dave. I wish you, but they're hidden away. They're hidden away. They don't go where they know that they can be arrested. Or believe me, they'd be in
We
handcuffs.
pray. We're praying bit by. We're
Yep.
praying. Lord, please,
They're, they're,
please,
they're, they're not
shine the
stupid.
light on them. Show them.
They,
Shine
they're,
the light on them.
they may have that money, but they're in their own captivity. Excuse my stutter. I am a
Lord,
stutterer.
shine that big bright light, spotlight right on them so they can be found and held accountable for all that they've done,
I just hope and pray
all
they
that
get
any of
them.
these people have done.
And that rat Gates that went running to Trump as soon as he thought he was going to be in trouble. You notice how after he talked out on Soros that Gates went Gates went running to Trump for a meeting. I wish I'd have been a
Yep,
fly on the wall on that one. But it's
yep, that's true, Bitbot. They
yeah,
are.
yeah. He makes us makes it known and flies him in and out to where he is and funds them. And they have records of all the funds going to the No Kings movement that they were out there with the paid for signs and everything, getting all the old people out of retirement home to go out, hold a flag for a day, busing people in. They're financing all of it, records, everything else. I don't understand why we can't do something about it. Maybe they are, but
They sure would us.
oh yeah, they'd be on a
Like
flag.
if we was
Yeah.
protesting all these school shootings and things, they would be they would if the left was in charge, they'd be hunting us down. Look what they done
Uh-huh.
at J6. They'd sure find us.
If they'd ever find a real conservative behind it, oh my goodness, they would have the trial of the century.
Yeah, they would.
Let's hope we have enough. Nobody in conservative party would go that low.
Nope,
If
I
they are,
hope
they're
they
in the wrong.
don't.
If they are, they're in the wrong party. I mean, there are bad conservatives.
Yeah,
Yeah,
them rhinos we got. I
yeah,
like to keep them to the curb too.
yeah.
To me, the rhinos are moderate Democrats in my book. They're Democrats. They just don't want to admit it.
Right. They their constituent is more Republican, so they think that. So yeah,
But
they
they
go in
really
there to
believe in
mess.
the
They go in
Democrats.
there to mess the pot up, sour the pot.
Yep. Vote against us.
Yeah, we and this gerrymandering the elections and the districts and oh my goodness, they got so many ways they can keep them in there forever. That you know, it's mind boggling. You know,
Okay,
good
Gator
night,
Girl. Good
Gator.
night. Sweet dreams. Love you.
Love you too.
Well, I got one more quick little clip to show you to get y'all's opinion on this one.
Uh-oh.
My other topic of tonight. This one gets me frustrated too. We talked about this one before, but this is an update on it.
Okay.
Thank our guests. Another big story is Cracker Barrel. They have gone back to the old logo. They listen to you, the customer. Here's a quote from the restaurant. We thank our guests for sharing your voices and love for Cracker Barrel. We said we would listen, and we have. Our new logo is going away, and our old timer will remain. At Cracker Barrel, it's always been and always will be about serving up delicious food, warm welcomes, and the kind of country hospitality that feels like family. As a proud American institution, our 70,000 hardworking employees look forward to welcoming you to our table soon.
And this, of course, came after President Trump issued a or a truth message of his own yesterday, which went everywhere. And apparently the CEO of Cracker Barrel called the president yesterday to thank the president for his message urging Cracker Barrel to quit all of their ridiculous changes. And then Trump put on Truth Social, congratulations, Cracker Barrel, on changing your logo back to what it was. All of your fans very much appreciate it. Good luck into the future. Make lots of money. And most importantly, make your customers happy again. So a couple of things.
Stay out of politics.
That's what I said. They already burnt their bridge. I will never, or none of my family or friends around here will never step a foot into our Cracker Barrel again.
Are
They knew what they was doing, and they did it anyway, despite. They did
right.
it anyway. That's the point. Just because they're changing back, don't mean that they still don't have them thoughts in their
That,
mind. Like, we really want this. We're gonna do it later.
right.
No, you're not
They'll
getting
sit back
another dime from us.
they'll sit back and do it gradually. They won't do it all at one time. You watch. They'll do it gradually because they're still running the show. They're still it just burns me up when people just eat it up like, well, they're sorry they
Yeah,
did.
like
They lost all that money.
yeah.
And they have projections all of them.
They're about as sorry can be. And then oh,
I
Lord,
can't think
don't
of the
let me
guy.
cuss.
I can't think of the guy's name, but there was a guy before this woman that brought all this in. He set it up. He set them up for the fall, and then he went and started a cluster group of the Rainbow Coalition of his own.
DIA or DIE or DI
Yeah,
something. Or
yeah,
DI something.
DIE.
I heard that. I
Yeah,
heard that. I don't know. DI something. I don't know.
yeah, and they got all these people in place. They've got them in place. They planned this out. I mean, they'll
Yep.
go back. They'll go back for a while, and then they'll start. They'll start pushing the other out. And
Yeah, they'll
people that
slowly change.
people that continue to go. It's still they take the old antiquities out, put newer modern stuff. The cracker is changing. No more barrels around the campfire. No more wood stoves.
Yeah.
Uh, what's last of Americana, really?
Yep. I should have clipped the other one that I seen, but was talking about that
There's a
oh
guy
crap.
named. He's got the
We're
last
going.
name Starbuck. I can't think of his first name. Robert Starbuck. Starbucks. He did about an hour video on it, and he named names and showed what they were doing, how they did it. The whole history behind this change. You know. Now, why would
Oh,
you?
the video I seen showed where we've been fooled all these years that Cracker Barrel has really been using their profits to fund like Pride Month and parades and things behind our back, and we don't even know it that they're
Everywhere,
being sneaky behind us.
everywhere. Yeah, funding the pride movement. Really, it
And
was.
see, here we was all these years going out there to eat at least I'd say maybe once a week, my family. And here we are giving them our money because there's like 10 of us that usually goes. And it's always packed with pretty
Best place,
much patriots.
best place,
And here
best
we
place
are
to be.
giving our money, and we just now finding out that we are paying for all this pride stuff crap.
Yeah, and bringing our church people into Fellowship Baptist Church,
Ain't that wrong? That's just not
lying,
even
lying,
right.
lying around the building on Sunday.
Yep, sitting in them rocking chairs.
Sitting in the
I
rocket
remember
chair,
rocking Sky in them when she was a baby.
taking our
Rocking her in them.
take your guest evangelists and revivalists to Cracker
Come to
Barrel.
find out, we was providing funding for her.
Yeah,
Oh, that
we're
just hit me.
financially.
I got sick when I seen that video. I was like,
I know.
really?
It turns your stomach. You think, how in the heck was I bamboozled? But that's how they do it. It's just like all these politicians in the lower city and state elections. They're pushing the gay candidates because they know they get a foothold in there, and they bring all their help and people in there, with them. They got it made. All they got to do is get their foothold in it. It's like Disney. Disney, Lord, been almost 50 years. Almost 50 years they started the gays, hired gays.
I ain't never been there, and
And
I ain't never, and will take Sky.
unfortunately, you
But
had to be.
I even sent that clip to my preacher. I said, Timothy, I said, here, I said, look at this, buddy.
I
And
don't.
he called me. He didn't text me. He called me. He says, what in the world have we done? I said,
And this has gone on for 50 years. I've been here seeing it.
yep,
The employees used to, if you knew an employee, they got it up to three people. They could take it as many as three people at one time in. They could do it all day long if they wanted to, but three at a time in Disney for free. Okay. Well, that's the only way I went to Disney. Somebody, hey, Gary, want to go to Disney? Sure. Yeah. And then when they started this gay stuff, it's been 50 years since the guys took over that one day a year. I'm pretty sure it's been that long.
well, I ain't never went to Disney. Never will, but never will.
And then they started
I don't
hiring.
even, I did have I did buy the channel for Sky to watch her Disney shows on, her movies and stuff. But then when they went woke, I said, nope, not happening. Get it out. It's not
And
gonna be in our house.
half of the stuff has embedded stuff that kids get that we don't get. You know,
Yep,
little comments here and there. That they know what's going on, and we don't catch it. And
yep.
I cut Disney Channel out. Told the girls
I
nope.
did too. It's
They
just
still watch
gone.
it.
It's
They still
been gone.
provide for them, but I won't pay for it. But
She can watch. She can watch Tom and Jerry and the Flintstones.
they have every right to do what they want in their own time, their own place. They have every right to do whatever as long as it's legal. I don't care. But when they take over a company and demand that you got to be, sympathetic in their way, or you don't, you don't get the job. That's gone too far. That's pushing their agenda on us and our children. And I don't know. I guess Nickelodeon's still on. They're the worst.
I don't know. Like I said, I've got Sky locked in on about 2 channels, and that's all she's got. I'm
Yeah.
one of them
Then you
hover
got,
parents. I'm
and
one of them
they,
helicopter
they,
parents.
then you got to watch that program very closely
No,
to make
this
sure
is old school. This is the Tom and Jerry and the Flintstones and
the old
uh
cartoons.
all the yeah. That's what this is.
Yeah.
I've got her locked in. She's only got just a few.
The kids don't even know what old cartoons are. They they're all trash, Dave. Every stinking
Yeah, they
kid
all are.
are terrible. I mean, down to what they wear to, bringing in the new trends and stuff. You know, we thought, what was her name? The girl, Pugsley. What was her name?
Punky Brewster.
Hey, Punky Brewster. When she come out, it was like, whoa, what's going on here? You know, how many years has that been?
Yep. It has been many. I remember her.
That's ancient history. Who's Punky
Yeah.
Brewster? Well, she started this mess, like
Punky
Geraldo Rivera
Brewster.
taking away our mental institutions. I said that at one gathering, everybody said, Geraldo Rivera did that? Yes, he did.
Good night, Tracy. I'm getting ready to get off too. It's about
Not
time
crazy.
to put Sky to bed and say her prayers.
Yeah, I'm starting to get breathy. I'm getting all excited and getting help us a
We're
little bit
getting all
younger.
worked up. I got my blood pressure up. I need to have a moment of prayer. Calm back
Yeah,
down.
yeah, I know. Me too. I mean, today has not been a good day as far as news wise, and then these mayors and governors getting on there and spouting their vile, not
Yeah.
listening, not listening to reason.
I mean, that's just a little bit. I mean, there's a lot more news. I just picked the ones that irritated me the most, but all of them irritates me. But
Yeah,
them just really got underneath my skin the most.
yeah. When I saw all those weapons and heard his mother was a pretty high up in the church, working there.
Yeah, I think
Where,
they said she used to. She used to. It hasn't been confirmed yet for sure, but that she used to work up there.
yeah, where, I mean, these people blind, deaf, did they live with their son? Did they pay attention to him or was they always at church? I don't know. Makes you wonder, right?
Yep. I blame the government, the local government, the schools,
Yep.
the parents, the
I blame myself.
anybody. Yeah. I
I
even blame
blame,
myself for not standing up and doing more when
yeah.
we had the opportunity to.
I've been political all my life, but I've always been conservative. But I haven't. I should have become mayor when they asked me to in Plant City. I should have. Who knows, But
Yep.
I guess I could be corrupted too. Like you see these people. You see these people. You wonder how they get corrupted. Well, they get one little thing on you and they hang you. You do one wrong move and they got you. And that's what they do.
my friend, my friend wants me to run for commissioner here in our town, and I said, "Really? You really want me? Me?" I said, y'all don't know what y'all getting into.
They have files on everybody. Everybody. I mean, they know, yeah, they know where you're going to stand,
Oh,
where you're not
really,
going to
Big
stand.
Bot?
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem, and the churches are going along with it. That's especially the Catholic Church. They're more quiet than Lutheran, Presbyterian, Methodist. They're more quiet, but they're still doing it just as much
Well,
as the others. Sad to say, why well, I knew a 7 Day Adventist that they wanted a girl so
that is
bad they
plumb
raised
crazy.
they raised their youngest son as a girl until he went to. They made him. They told him he couldn't go to school. Back then, they didn't have homeschool. Couldn't go to school if he didn't become his regular gender, But he ended up killing himself. It was so bad.
Yep, that's right, Big Bot. That's a big,
Yeah,
big red flag. Couple red flags flying there.
yeah, yeah.
And they
They
come in
go.
wanting a lot of weapons and the name change. Uh-huh. Yep, I would say.
Yeah,
Let's do an evaluation on you, sir. Or ma'am. Or it or whatever
it's,
you are.
it's not a mental illness anymore.
Oh, it's something. I don't know. But
That's the problem. That I shouldn't say that, but that's the problem. It's not. It's not considered an illness.
it's not that they want it to be normal. It's a normal thing, Carrie. Get it right now. Go with the program here.
Yeah.
Work with us.
If you look at
Oh, they're full of shit. Oops. Quarter
if you
sorry.
look through history and look at the changes in people growing up as teens, and right now our teens are they're yeah, I don't know, I don't, you
They're
know,
they're messed up.
it's messed
I
up. They
mean,
don't
back in the day, yeah, I was a tomboy. I
yeah,
climbed trees, played in mud puddles, rode a dirt bike. Yeah, but
but
that
you knew
was
you was a
normal
girl.
because I was raised with all boys. That was normal. But I didn't want to be a boy. I just wanted to know I could whoop a boy's butt when I was growing up,
Yeah,
and I had to, I had to be a fighter because with all them boys, I had to be tougher. So yeah, I was a tomboy, but that didn't mean that I wanted to be a boy. See, these people nowadays, if if you go hunting or fishing or get
if they like the
dirty
whole,
or mow a yard or like a car or something, you're you need to change over.
yeah,
It's
you're the wrong
out.
sex. You're the wrong sex. Yeah, if you look at it, if a boy looks at a doll cross-eyed, he wants to be a girl, or vice versa. Girl looks at cars. It's crazy. It, it's insane. It's a mental illness, not only for the person affected, but the ones that let them get along, get by with it, and don't talk to them and don't show them.
Yeah, like I said one time before about the litter boxes in the school bathrooms. They identify as a cat. Really? Come on now. There's only two that you can identify, a male or female, and God made you one or the other. You can't change what God does. No,
Now they're talking about making it like your home bathroom. You can go in behind you and lock the door wherever you go. That's crazy.
goodness.
Could you imagine women? The women line up for the bathrooms like crazy. Could you imagine using one bathroom for everybody?
Oh Lord.
That's not a. That's not a.
Nope.
But everybody knows. You go somewhere and the first place that stocks up is a women's bathroom.
Well, I try to avoid public restrooms.
Public restrooms, yeah,
I
with a
cannot
passion.
I cannot get myself. No. It, I've got family in Jonesville, one in Elkin. I've got family near where I go, and if I if I need to, they'll hear me pecking on their door saying, "Can I use your restroom?" But I will not. I will. I just can't make myself.
No, it's too much going on. It just. I have this thing
Cause
about
Lord help me be in the bathroom with Sky, and
I have
a man
I have
walks in with a dress on. It will be on like Donkey Kong. I would. Oh Lord.
I have this thing about the air blown dryers, hand dryers stuff, pulling in all that nasty air, germed air. You're drying your hands with it. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's a bad thought.
Yeah.
That's a bad thought. I don't want to. Let's
Well,
don't end on that. But yeah, and they're not going to make it a mental illness. We done went too far on that.
yeah. They want to normalize it, and we can't let them do that. We've got to keep
We got to
speaking our
keep
minds
pushing.
and spreading the truth. It's not normal, and we've got to
You
we
have the
we
right
can't
to.
we can't allow it to be normal.
You
It's
have the right to do
I
whatever
will
you
not.
want. You can act like a monkey if you want to, but just
Don't
keep it to
don't bring
yourself.
it to me. Yep,
Keep it to
keep it
yourself.
to
You don't have to.
yourself.
You don't have to make everybody just like you to live. I sure pity somebody tries to be like me.
Yep. Like I told them, you do you and I'll do me and we'll be good. But once you
That's right.
cross that line and you try to tell me how I need to be, that's another situation. We're
Exactly.
getting in deep there.
I'll show you how I can be. Yep. But
There's two sides of me. You can have the sweet side or you can have the attitude side. It's your choice.
it's your
But
choice. That's right.
I give you an option. Whichever way you come at me is what you're going to get. You come up to me nice and okay,
Well,
we can handle
the main
this.
thing, the main thing we got to break is the hatred. We got to break the
Yep.
hatred. It's always got to be an enemy, and there's going to be enemies. I mean, but a whole kit and caboodle enemy. That's I don't know. You got to love.
Yeah, but most of us patriots isn't like that. I
Hmm.
mean, we pretty much say, "Hey, you do you, and we'll do us," and
That's right.
we can agree to disagree. About 80% of us, that's the way it goes. But see, it seems like it's the other side that pushes all this hatred and
But
division and all
there's one
this
thing you
stuff.
can't love somebody else unless you love yourself. If you don't
Right.
love yourself and what you're doing, there ain't no hope. There ain't no hope. So love everybody. You know,
Yep.
don't meet no strangers. Don't show people hate. Period. I
Yep.
don't hate people.
Good.
I don't hate nobody out there walking around doing their stuff. I just rather they wouldn't do it in front of me. You know,
I don't hate people. I dislike their actions and what
that's
they're
right.
doing.
Don't like what they're doing.
I'm not no hater, but I will not sit down and approve of what you're doing if you're doing it in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
I will speak up and tell you that I think you should go somewhere else to do it and sit in front of me. But I don't hate. I just
But
like I say all the time, we can agree to disagree. You do you, but do you away from me.
yeah,
We'll be good.
they're trying to change the population so they'll be uh, more compliant to them. You know, they think they're trapped in their gay situation or whatever. You know, whatever transgender, whatever it is. You know, they want more people. Misery loves company. Is the old saying. Misery loves company, and they're trying to get the company. That's
Well,
all.
they can get it and keep it as long as it's away from my area, my comfort zone.
Yep.
I got a comfort zone around me. If you don't cross the line, you're
I'm,
good.
I'm just glad I'm not.
If you're in with all that stuff, as long as you stay your distance and you do you, we're good.
I'm glad I'm not in the workforce anymore because it's getting bad out there. I mean,
I,
it's either, it's either you got to be this nationality or you don't get a job, or you got to be gay or you don't get a job. You got to be a transsexual. Or you don't get the job. You know, it's rough out
oh,
there for
that
our kids.
I would be fired as soon as I walked in the door. I would have to say something, and it would get me in trouble. I can't. I can't.
You walk into these places where you have to use pronouns, and oh, I'd never keep up with it. I can't get along with three letters,
I'm
but
one of those. I'll say this, Carrie. I'm one of those person that you don't want on the speakerphone. I'll just put it like that. I'm sorry. You just don't want to put me on the speakerphone.
yeah,
You never know what comes out. If I see, uh, I'll
yeah,
just say
I know what you're saying. I know
what
it.
I think.
Yeah, yep,
And
yep,
it gets me
exactly.
in trouble, but that's who I am. I'm honest. I just say what I think and what I believe. And if I see something that's wrong, I'm going to say, I believe that's wrong, but you do you. And if you keep doing that, you need to go somewhere else to do that.
It's just like
Like two
me fight
guys
with
kissing or two girls kissing. Hey, listen, listen, listen. Listen
me.
to me. I don't mind what you do. It's your business, but please don't do that in front of me.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it with my better half in front of you either. You know,
Yep.
heck, like we got to see
And
it. We got to know
it's
it.
just
The kids in the class got to know
yeah.
it. You know, their teacher's a mix, an MX. You know, I saw that. In my Sammy was like fifth grade. His teacher said, "I'll let you all know before I start my class that I'm an MX." I said, what? I had to look it up.
What is it? I don't even know what that is.
She doesn't go male or female.
Oh, oh Lord.
she, she's a with neutral. I don't know. Like I said, I can't
I'm
keep
gonna have
up
to
with it.
get some education. I'm gonna have to catch up on this because
I can't keep up with
sooner or
the three
later,
letters.
sooner or later, Sky's gonna get out in this world, and I need to
You need to
learn
know it. Yeah.
something.
Now they got so many that. Yeah.
I'm
They want
gonna
to be
have
a
to
cat.
hire me
They
a
want to be a
tutor
cat. They
to
want to be
look
a
up
dog.
all this.
Uh, they want to marry the Statue of Liberty. There's people who do that.
Mercy,
And that's
mercy, mercy.
flat insane. I mean that if there's crazy in the world, that's crazy. You want to marry a tree or something. That that's a red flag right there.
Hey now, they used to call people tree huggers, so it could happen.
Is that what that was? I thought it was. Never mind.
It could be in the beginning of it, Carrie.
Mm, I just get that
Beginning
thought
of
out
a
of my
downward
mind.
spiral.
Uh, uh, yeah, we need more. We need more barrels of pickles and crackers, and we need more barrels.
Yeah.
Uh, it's nuts. It's nuts. If you sit back and look at it, you know, with it open, try to open your mind up a little bit. You see it.
Yep. I'm the toddler of the family, and it's just not. I mean, to me, it's just not. It just don't even nothing feels the way it did when I was growing up. Nothing.
Not a thing. No,
Nope.
it's
And I thought that when we got Trump in office and we won the Senate and the Congress that things was going, but still it's just not. It's just not. It's not. It's not the
it's not
same.
doing it.
And
It's
see,
not.
and I was praying that it
It all
would bring a little bit of it back so Sky wouldn't grow up in a world like I'm seeing now. I wanted her to have a little bit of what I grew up with. And it's not happening, and
Yeah.
it really
Well,
worries me.
that song says you can't please everyone, so you might as well please yourself. Yeah, can't please everybody. And I don't try to please everybody. I
I
say
don't
it the way
either.
I see it. I see it the way I see it. I know, Chris, a few will cross my mind. I said, Lord, please forgive me. I had to pray every night about stuff like that. That's my biggest downfall.
Chris,
My biggest downfall is
Chris.
something stupid like that. Something stupid like that. Lord, forgive me. I think, I think too, um, sometimes they no stopping it.
It just happens like stupid
It
stuff
happens.
comes out of my mouth all the time. And I'm like, oh, well, you know me. Just overlook it and go on. You don't have
Yep.
to call me out on it. I know it was dumb. It was dumb, but it came out anyway. Just move along there.
Yep. Little. I better watch. Little brain fart. Yep. I have them all the time. It just, yeah. Oh, it's
I know, Chris.
great.
We can't help but thinking about certain things.
Yep. You go your whole life, it's it's kind of hard to break.
And I was raised to be honest and speak my mind, and that's part of my problem is some people
Yeah.
tells me I'm too honest. I speak it too much. It just comes out.
You talk too.
It's
You
just
talk too plain. You use common sense.
yeah,
We still
like with
use.
Sky. I mean, Sky's the exact same way. I raised her. Hey, don't change for anybody. You be yourself, and if you don't like something, you speak up and you say it.
That's right.
You
That's
don't
what I
have
tell the
to
girls.
follow the group.
That's
You're
what I tell the
you,
girls.
and
Poor,
you're
poor
loved
Bella.
because you're you.
I don't know whether I told this before or not because I forget. I forget once I go to sleep. But Bella called me up and said, "Papa, somebody keeps throwing rocks at the sign on the back of your car. My snake. I can't think of the name of get it. Yeah. Anyway, my snake. Don't
Terry,
tread on me. I told her, well, take it off.
Terry,
I'd rather have your safety. She said it won't come off.
Chris
I
is
said,
trying to start something with me.
uh-oh.
Chris,
Snow.
you've been good all night long, and you know you start when I get ready to get off. You're
Yeah.
making my blood pressure go up.
He's wanting to stay on.
You, I told you,
Soon,
you can buy
soon.
me one. Send it. Mail it to me. Your mama's got my address. Just mail it to me. Just go ahead. I'll
I've
use
been,
it.
I've been
Just
thinking
mail
about
it to me.
I've been thinking about having an after show because nobody's on after we get off.
Yeah,
So about having an after
that
show
would be good.
for all the diehards. But I have to be
Yeah,
where I can do it. I'm not quite there
yeah.
yet. Like right now, I'm getting a little bit breathy, but blood pressure's probably
Well,
skyrocketing.
you've also been on up here with me all night too. So of
Yeah,
course that will make you breathy. But if you done
yeah,
your own show, you
yeah.
probably wouldn't be up here the whole time, and you could probably do it.
I'll give you a break, huh?
What do you mean? I
I'll
don't
give you a
mind
break
you up
with me.
here. No,
I
I'd
enjoy it
rather for
because
you be up somebody up here with me instead of me
I know
up here by
it's awful.
myself.
It's awful hard to think of what you're going to say, keep things going because you got to keep it going, or you know, nobody, if somebody watching, will say, "Huh, what's going on here? Nothing being said, nothing being typed."
Yeah, it's like it it makes me feel like I'm talking to myself, like I'm going crazy. As long as somebody, I
Dana,
mean, they don't even have to say anything. They could just be up here, and it's like I got somebody. I'm not talking to. I know chats are going, and I read chat, and I know that, but it's just different. You understand what I'm saying, Carrie. You
yeah.
just got to be up here to understand.
Dana had a good show today about anxiety. He got me dead on the anxiety because I let anxiety instead of letting it go, leave it to the Lord. I try to do it myself. Always do for yourself first, Carrie. But no, not in that case.
Chris, you go live on TikTok and you won't get your butt up here with us. I think that's rude, don't you, Carrie?
Yeah, I do.
That's plumb rude.
I,
Your
I see.
toddler sister
I see
and your
him now
brother up here.
I see him testing the water, making faces and stuff on TikTok every now and then.
Yeah, I see how it is, Chris. Well,
Too bad.
you don't have to show your face. Me and Carrie ain't.
You can't be no
You
more
don't
shy
have to
than
show
I
your
am.
face. So there, come up with another excuse. Don't start nothing. They won't be nothing. Don't be coming up with these excuses.
How many of y'all watch Professor David Clements? Clements.
I watch so much, Carrie. The name sounds familiar for some reason.
He's got the professor. I can't think of it right now. Professor someone. He's doing like a series. He has like a 30 minutes to an hour. He goes over what from the J6ers all the way. From him being fired as a
That's
professor.
where I've heard the name from, the J6ers,
Yeah,
the
I know him.
J6 group
I,
down the
I
corner. That's where I've heard that name.
Sammy loves him to
Okay,
death.
Chris.
We went to his thing in Florida here at the Big Tent in the villages. Sammy had her flag and was twirling it. She likes twirling the flag, and she's twirling the flag and jumping all around and he came up and started talking to her. She goes, "Are you famous?" He goes, "No, honey, I'm infamous." He said, "I can't say that I'm famous." And somebody called me and told me to be there to live stream, and I didn't know who I was live streaming. I didn't know nothing about him. But he took Sammy every time he did little skits of City Hall and how people vote, and showing what happens at the voting precinct when you go to the vote. And he brought her on every skit he had.
Oh,
She loved him to
yep,
death.
Darlene, we are. Darlene, you're in charge of that. You're the accountability police too.
Yep. We
He
got,
said it, you hold him to it.
that's right.
We'll have to get his mama in on that too.
Yep.
She's there with him. She could slap him around a little bit.
They're probably talking.
All right, I think it's time for me to jump off. I
Yep.
really got
Me
to get
too.
Sky's prayer
I love
in,
you guys, and I
and
mean it. I pray for everybody every night. Every night.
and and we pray for you too, Carrie, that you
Yep.
keep getting
I,
better and
I
stronger.
need it. I need it. I'm going through a lot of tribulations. A lot.
Yep,
So
we all are.
everybody double up on it.
Yep, but
Anxiety.
we know who's in control, and we know who wins. We just got
That's
to
right.
put our faith and trust in him.
Mhm. Okay. Good night. Let me see if I can get off.
Okay, good night. Okay, family. Good night, sweet dreams. I love y'all, and I will see y'all tomorrow at the same time. And no one better not be late because Chris will be up here. So, Chris, I'm holding you accountable. You said it, not me. But I love y'all. Good night, sweet dreams. Talk to you later.
Every step I take, every stride I make, I look around, sometimes I feel alone. Think about this life I live, only so much time to give. I'm on the run into the unknown. The line I'm walking's a straight one, outsiders say it ain't fun. I'm not here to impress anyone. Chasing dreams ain't always what it seems. We only get one life, sometimes it's hard to see. Making a difference might be my deliverance. When it comes to freedom, yeah, that's where I find it. The hard path in life can be a lonely one. Not too many walk this road I'm on. This road I'm on. Head down since I left town. Sorry for the letdown. Don't know the next time that I'll be around. When I ask myself why I do what I do, there's a couple reasons, yeah, I can count a few. To all the ones that are proud of me, to all the ones that doubted me, thanks for watching my dreams become reality. Chasing dreams ain't always what it seems. We only get one life, sometimes it's hard to see. Making a difference might be my deliverance. When it comes to freedom, yeah, that's where I find it. The hard path in life can be a lonely one. Not too many walk this road I'm on. This road I'm on. Chasing dreams ain't always what it seems. We only get one life, sometimes it's hard to see. Making a difference might be my deliverance. When it comes to freedom, yeah, that's where I find it. The hard path in life can be a lonely one. Not too many walk this road I'm on. This road I'm on. This road I'm on.